Welcome back, you guys. I got a message for you. All right, I got a message from you from Spirit. There's a couple of things that we're going to cover in today's channel message. This particular channel message is going to be specifically for people that are surrounded by a lot of arrogant archetypes, bosses, arrogant family members, arrogant relationship dynamics, arrogant people in general. People of status, people of high value, people in certain arenas that just expect to get what they want in the end. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter who comes kicking and screaming. At the end of the day, they do not anticipate. I'm talking about the kind of people around you that do not anticipate a reality where things don't work out for them in their favor, how they want it. And so they will participate in any delusion that you prepare for them. They're ready for it. Okay, so we're going to cover 3 things in today's channel message. The first is how to invoke your higher self in these types of dynamics, because you are a star that has been challenged with this great purpose to be amongst sharks, predators, fish, big fish, okay, karmics, alligators. Think of you being in a jungle and your light attracts like a magnet all of the apex predators, where no matter what world you're in, no matter what city you in, no matter what job you're at, no matter what relationship you're in, you are always going to attract apex predators, because your higher self, your Ori, your spirit, your star, wherever you originate from, draws the apex towards you. Okay, so you have this omnipresence, you have this omega energy, and these apex predators will either protect the omega or they will work to destroy it, depending on whether or not you possess the necessary endurance that genetically they're coded to modify for. Okay, so that's how they gave me the channel message. That's what we're tapping into. I'm going to pull some cards because we got to talk a little bit more about you and what you're being prepared for on your purpose. In these dynamics, you must tame the beast, charm the snake, while they attempt to rattle. There's something about their objective is going to be to rattle your energy, to distort, to separate your higher self from you. And that's the rattling energy, which would come up in certain dynamics like triggers. Okay. And in these types of situations, you must endure. You must be capable to endure in order to determine what type of spirit you possess, what type of energy you possess. Do you have the courage? Do you have the heart? All right. And so it's a rite of passage that you are being taken through, transitioned through. And so I don't care if a person comes into your life, they rattle you, they get you worked up in a good way, and you feel like you're on a high, a natural high or something like that, and they just disappear, whether they ghost you or you don't hear from them again. I need you to understand that an apex predator never forgets where they were able to pick up on their food. Okay, if you observe domestic creatures, okay, domestic animals, they are territorial of their food, right? When they're eating from their bowl, they don't like even other things to look at their bowl. They don't like someone else to put their hands on their bowl, to touch their bowl. It's like, this is my energy source. This fuels me. I will always protect it. I will always guard it. And that is the same truth when it comes to you. Your energy is like a battery. It's a light, and that energy source is always going to bring back each and every single apex predator that once came across your scent. They came across your, once they have your scent, it's a wrap. All right. We in the jungle today. Okay. We're in the jungle today. So every choice that you make is pivotal. Okay. Every choice that you make, I really need y'all to hear me when I say every choice that you make is pivotal. Not only is it pivotal from a strategic standpoint, but the sincerity of every choice that you make is 10 times more effective than just putting on the persona or displaying the perfect dream, right? It's easy to determine a facade, okay? Especially when it comes to apex predators. So Spirit is about to be giving you, because you're so empathic, because you're so sensitive, and all of these things are heightened. So your sensitivity is being heightened, your clairvoyance is being heightened, your clairsentience is being heightened, music, sound, every sense that you possess is being heightened during this time. And when that is happening, when your aura is vibrating at that type of rhythm, with that type of intensity, at that type light speed, and you're moving very quickly, you're going through changes and processes very quickly, you have to, Spirit got to put you up on game. Like, it's like, now I have to show you all the tools in your backpack. Okay. Before you go on this exploration, before you walk down this road, I need to give you all the tools to your backpack. I need to let you know what you have in your arsenal. Okay, because you're about to play some significant role in the future, and the events that are about to play out, you are the HBIC. I don't care what it looks like around you. That is what they're saying, that you're the HBIC. So arrogant people are going to expect for you to leverage their desires, right? And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. They're anticipating you to leverage their desires. And in turn, the gift that they give you is to rattle you. It creates, like, how can I describe it? Confirmation, if you have this sensation. It's going to feel like, you ever like lick a battery? And then like it creates like tingles on your tongue. There's something about like that type of sensation, something that runs. The rattling is like come out, reveal yourself, like rattling the keys. But you don't, self-mastery, self-control, self-restraint, all those different things that you practiced in the prior season are going, this is the moment where you want to use it, because you're going to feel rattled. Okay. They're going to tell you that you're different, that you're eccentric, that you're a wise person. Okay. Gender doesn't matter here. It's the way in which you must interact with the divine feminine energy. This is about conjuring up your spirit, your ashe, and having that spirit and ashe reveal who you really are. That is the reason why arrogant, egocentric people will even attempt to rattle you before leaving you, before walking away from you. It's like to go astray. It's about you getting to a point where you're about to go astray, bringing you to the point of, I'm about to lose my shit. I'm about to lose my job. I'm about to lose myself, to see what you're really capable of, to conjure it up out of you. All right. So in these situations, like they said, you must endure. So in order for you to be able to endure these processes, in some cultures, especially like hoodoo, that's like the only one I'm familiar with or commonly known about, will they believe that the moon energy actually represents the masculine energy because culturally in hoodoo, it was, what did they say it was? The moon was like the moon was a representation of protecting the divine feminine. And so it's described like the representation of the order of masculine energy that protects the divine feminine. You know how I told you that they're territorial over their food, over their bowl, and since the moon energy is what moves the waves on the planet Earth, right? It controls the emotions on the planet Earth. The order that protects the emotions is going to be masculine, apex predator energy. Okay. Well, let me not say apex predator energy. It's more or less the masculine energy. Because they know that the most powerful conduit of energy is the emotions. And so when you see the moon card, they see that as a representation of divine masculine energy. Okay. Because it's in the secret, it's in the occult or something like that. So that's just a little tidbit. So in this situation, the resources the universe has to provide for you. In order for you to endure, the universe must provide for you your needs, must provide for you your wants. The universe, God, source, the creator is your mother, your father, whatever archetype that you need in your life at that time. That's where you're going to get that's where you're going to get it from. That's where you get your wisdom from. That's where you get anything that you need for as far as paying your bills, taking care of your resources, being of service and purpose, and having that relationship, that stable foundation is always going to set you up for an infinite supply of whatever it is that you need, which would equip you with the necessary essentials to endure whatever journey that you're meant to endure. Okay. So definitely Spirit's not putting you out here with not having all your magic tricks with you. All right. So, what you need to know is no matter how the cards may come out, no matter how things play out, it will never be at a loss to you. It will always work in your favor. Whether you walk away from a situation, whether someone walks away from you, it is always designed to work in your favor. That is the order, that is the protection, that is your right. And so like many of you, the first thing that they expect you to do is to go into solitude, okay? To hide, to retreat, okay? To stay away. Like, I want to stay away from arrogant energy. This is the first phase of it. To stay away from arrogant energy, to stay away from people that rattle you, that trigger you. And so in order to get you out of that mundane role in life, in order to pull you or draw you out, they have to bring in energy to trigger you. Okay. And it may not even be the apex predator that's coming in to trigger you directly. It will be a wave of like people, family, friends that don't make you feel secure. Okay. That don't make you feel like it's healthy. So it's a wave of unhealthy people coming into your life that will want to trauma bond with you. They will want to connect with you in a way that makes them feel nurtured. Okay. Like very clingy energy, things like that. And if you attempt not to, the first thing you're going to do is, I'm not going to parent you. I'm not going to baby you. I'm not finna, wipe your nose. I'm not finna hold your hand. I'm not doing that type of energy. Right? And so one of the ways that they'll respond to that situation is to try to make you feel like they are uninterested in you, right? I don't even like you anyway. I don't even want you anyway. That type of, you're not even my type deflection, right? You're not even my type. You're a problem with the world. So there's something about you not participating in the options. Anytime that you are, it's not that you're placing yourself on a pedestal. These vibrations can tell that you're on a pedestal, but you didn't place yourself there. But your energy is always mirroring back to them that you got that card. You know what I'm saying? It's like your card doesn't decline. Whatever card it is, it could be your money card, your face card, your energy card. Okay, they just know that you're protected. So the first thing that they have to do is to make you feel as if they would never choose you. They would never want to be with you, because you're not for the collective consciousness. You're a standalone. You're the type of people that you want to stay away from. There's something about that type of energy. And so it would behoove you not to pay any attention to the target. Okay. That's pretty much what your channel message is. Not to pay attention to the target market. Something about the target market or the lack thereof, especially if you feel like every person that you come across, if this is it, for a lot of you, it was because it's coming up in relationships and dynamics. It may come up like they don't want to hire you from the job. They don't want to have a second date. You aren't someone that they are trying to settle down with. And so it will look like rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection. And in this situation, because your provider is in the order of the universe, right? The protection of the universe, you're always going to be provided for. That makes a person feel as if they can't negotiate some type of want and need, some type of energy exchange, some type of supply and demand with you. And when they feel like they can't negotiate that, that's where shit gets tricky. So you're definitely the type of person where anytime you're in a frequency of gratitude, thankful for your life, your opportunity, and anything that comes along with it, even if it comes in the form of rejection, I feel as if you're meant to journal about it. You're meant to preserve the knowledge. That's what Spirit is saying. Scribe about it. Preserve the knowledge. Leave that information. I feel like you're in the process of writing books. You're in the process of documenting the knowledge as it comes in. You will pass this information down in so many ways, okay? All right, let's get into the other part of your message. I need to leave that over there. Hold on a second. I gotta have all my chapters in my book. I gotta have every last single chord. Hold on. Let me make some space. Okay. So let's see. Channel messages for my collective. This type of purpose isn't meant for everybody. And so this is showing you how ancient your higher self is, okay? How ancient your higher self is. Some of y'all have rejected somebody already. You've rejected a job, you've rejected a person, you've rejected communication in some sense. And it's drawing in attention because typically whoever this person is, if you've done this before, they don't like rejection. We have discovery. So someone is trying to block people from like finding you, discovering you, learning about you. The information that you share is taboo. We have community. So you're being divinely guided. I told you, the King of Pentacles in reverse is someone that they're struggling to hold on to what they have. And because they're struggling to hold on, they're in survival mode, which is why the predator energy is showing up. And when they're in survival mode, this isn't someone that willingly chooses the easiest prey to prey off of. They prefer to pick the right one, the one that's going to yield them the quickest result. Okay. And so it feels as if somebody here is portraying themselves to be a provider, but they're not really a provider. They do prey on insecure people. They prey on people that that are vain even, okay? That wear a facade. People that unnecessarily sacrifice themselves for other people. People pleasers. They like that type of individual. That when they feel rattled, that it's too painful. Yeah, it's too painful for them to endure whatever they feel on the inside, whatever their emotions are being stirred up on the inside. And so they may go back and forth. They respond to the hot and cold, certain tactics of hot and cold energy. They become unsure if they should stay or go. They start doing things to themselves to be more likable, to be more appealing. It's not that they're doing it because this is their aesthetic, this is who they are, and they're confident in who they are. They're doing it to constantly change it up until they get the response that they're looking for. I want to say groupie, but I feel like that creates a stereotype or a stigma that really restricts people from being able to see that it doesn't even have to come in a groupie form. It could be the average person that is a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? The average cool guy, the average cool girl that just naturally people pleases. And doesn't know how to sit in their power. And that the most powerful position to play is to make no move at all. Okay, to do nothing. If you're unsure, it's better to do nothing than it is to pick up that phone, blow somebody up, go through all these changes to try to figure out somebody. You're better off just sit your ass down. Or following up with a job to prove to them your value, So this is in all areas of life. Spirit is saying it's happening in all areas of your life, in work, in love, with family. This is a family member, and they typically feel as if you would want to come and call and be like, let's just work things out. We're family. No, even in those dynamics, you still must endure. Okay? Because these are people that are entitled. They do not expect, like I said earlier, to not have things work in the way that they foresee it happening. And so it's always that survival energy. You or me. It's either you or me. I feel like somebody wants you a part of their community. They want you a part of their fold. They may have like a group of people that they already have, that they provide for, they take care of, that they Uh, I gotta go into this one a little bit more because I don't quite know what type of community this is, because you just strike me, your energy strikes me as someone that you don't play well with others. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I see here. You don't play well with others. So we're going to dive into it from the sense of this being a professional thing, right? So let's say in the event you have a professional relationship with someone, and you may not even have a relationship, but in their head they have a relationship with you. So they could work in human relations, politics, entertainment, entrepreneur. Okay, I'm hearing program software. I'm hearing development. Okay, they may be in the development sector, and that could be developing anything, developing software, developing new technology, developing platforms and things like that. They may be developing they're developing something, and it may be like a brand new thing that's being introduced. Feels like in the past some type of new business, if this is a professional thing, new business, new idea, you either turn down some type of offer and you rub someone the wrong way, you turn down a position. Okay, this could be someone that was starting a business, you turn them down in some way. And so now they've become like your competition. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody that feels as if they have a vision. And their vision is that they will create the next multi-millionaire. They will develop the next multi-millionaire project. They will develop the next multi-millionaire item. Okay. Something similar to that's useful for technology, that's useful to humanity. And this person expects to make money off of like signing the next big artists, signing the next big talent, okay, content creators, whatever. And in that process they will write themselves into as a permanent middleman. Okay, because when we have community in the Ten of Pentacles, this is generational wealth, but this is establishing any system. It's a hierarchy. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles are stacked in a position of hierarchy, and so you have to keep getting more people and adding them to your community in order for the person at the top to continue eating good. Okay, so they have to keep conquering new territories. They have to keep conquering new people. They have to come and buy out land, buy out property, and be like, hey, I'm developing this. I want to buy your property. Give it to me. And if you say no, they feel like you are against the community. You are against the agenda. And even if they no longer want you, the fact that you told them no now has them on your radar. Okay. Same thing with a work industry. In a work sector, a 9 to 5, if you didn't see the vision of the business prior, and you didn't see the bigger picture at the time in which they shared it to you, and they thought that you were a great candidate for joining this person's team or their community, clique, whatever, they feel like you didn't believe in them. They feel like you since you don't want to be a part of it, then either you're going to be competition, or you're going to create competition. This is like someone saying like there's enough for everybody to eat, but because they're in survival mode, letting you go off and do your own thing, it's a It's a thorn in their side. You're a thorn in someone's side. Yeah. Sirens. All right, you could be a siren yourself. All right, this may be someone that's looking for sirens, and typically sirens have great voice. They're great speakers. They're singers. They possess the ability to charm. Okay. You'll be very surprised who's watching, is what I heard. This person knows that anyone that has agreed to participate in their community, in their business portfolio, in their establishment, whatever they're doing, to pimp these people, because really that's essentially what it is. When you have a middleman that is dropping you off to make the money, they know that the people that they have are not the real deal, but they are helping this person build what they have. They're useful in some capacity, but the real deal is always going to be the person that prefers to stand alone. And they, in the reverse psychology of it, of convincing you that the groupthink is how you get somewhere quickly is better than standing alone, is because they know that the ones that stand alone are always going to go further, because they have to spend their time negotiating, and when you have to manage so many people, eventually you're gonna get like bad apples, okay? Because you're turning over production at a faster rate because more people are involved. But when you are patient, patience is in the stillness. Patience, you will pretty much outlive and outrun, because you're in a marathon frequency, okay? You're not participating in the race. Groupthink and trying to cluster together to get this money faster or to acquire wealth faster, that's survival mode, and eventually everyone in the community will turn on them. Okay? So now you are an equal competition because you don't have a leader. Okay? You don't have a pride. Yes, dealing with tyrants. Same thing from a relationship standpoint. Same thing from a religious standpoint. Everything, this is why people will have escorts come in just so they can complement the deal. People will bring certain people in or get married or create this image because it opens doors faster. And it's true. Yeah. But you have to let them sew buttons into your eyes. The quickest way to get people to either run to their oppressors is the fear of what could be done to them if they don't behave. The quickest way to trigger your oppressor as well. So here's the truth. You can't win for losing, because you could trigger your oppressor. If this is a boss, a lover, or anyone, you could trigger your oppressor by just wanting to be free and not wanting to be tied down, not wanting to have any expectations over you. That in itself is going to trigger your oppressors. And even if you come willingly, it's still going to trigger their oppressors, because they're always going to view you as someone that's going to try to get away. And so they're going to watch you harder, and they're going to try to see how they're going to take you through a process of elimination, of not even to get rid of you, to chastise you, only to chastise you. It's never to get rid of you. And so buckle the fuck up. And so some of you guys, it's like Spirit is saying, the test here is if someone is attempting to oppress you, trap you, or whatever, a fear response may be to flex your wings and be like, okay, I flex my wings, fuck with me or type of energy. Or you can be diplomatic, okay? Diplomatic energy. Diplomatic energy is equivalent to playing aloof, okay? Diplomatic energy is pretend like we don't know that there's a fucking elephant in the room. And then to not make it your responsibility to save everybody along the way. Because you are considered a plant or a threat to anyone that is a part of a group, a community, a groupthink. So when you come around people that are in these types of dynamics, especially with family, friends, romance, or anything like that, you possess the ability just by, I don't care if you don't open your mouth and say like, I don't even say anything to nobody. I don't even hate on other people in their relationships. The presence of your spirit. You sitting there minding your motherfucking business. But when you are in the presence of these types of predators, your higher self reveals itself in the way you say nothing. Okay? I don't think you understand the power of saying nothing and doing nothing. Trying to blend in. You cannot blend in. Even if you wanted to blend in, it won't work for you. So when you leave, the moment you walk out of that family's household, outside of the house, the moment you walk out of the job, you leave a lasting impression because they saw something that you didn't even know was there. Okay. They saw something. And it's a light that is hard to forget. And this is why a lot of arrogant people, family, friends, they don't want you to befriend their wives. They don't want you to befriend their partners. They don't want you around. They don't want you in their groups. They don't want you in certain areas because if you are there, it is a sign of the time. And so they will call you all types of names. And they will accuse you of doing something that you did not do. Because I knew you were trouble when you walked in. It's a shame. They knew you were trouble because it's like they see you as wasted potential that they could be utilizing if you were a part of their fold. And so what they're going to do is they're going to use leverage. They have to find something to leverage that they can contradict you with. Because you're providing too much contrast. You are the sun. You are the truth. You are the light. You're providing too much contrast. I said that. You're the truth. You're the spark. You're the ignition. You're a fire starter. And they don't got time for that. They don't got time for that. King of Wands. It's something about your lies. When you don't fall for the lies and the tricks of the game. When you know what you're dealing with and you'll still deal with it. That is threatening. I told you. The star. You have great influence. They know you up to something. You see this energy here? They know you up to something. You're just waiting for the right time to use it. That's what they're saying. You're just waiting for the right time to use it. So you're observant. Yeah, you're observant. You forget nothing. And you play this powerless position very well. But they know that you walk with great ascended masters. And how do they know this? Because they tried you. How do they know this? Because they tried to fucking end you. They tried to take you down. They tried to do anything. They tried to do a lot of stuff. And so it's being revealed to them that you have too many spirits connected to you. You have too many ascended masters protecting you, covering you. You don't even know. They were just trying to catch you before you realized who the fuck you were. Told you. Queen of Cups. You are a sincere, genuine person with the imagination that builds worlds. Fuck empires and dynasties. Those are the developments of the predators that work for you. You make predators, apex predators, useful. You are the Omega. The original. And so oppressing you and making you afraid of yourself was the story that they gave. And so from young, they teach you what not to be. So you don't know that you are the Omega. Because they know that they can't really come up against you. You give out commands, you give out orders. They're supposed to be they're supposed to be actually bringing your wildest dreams into physical manifestation. And if they're not doing that and they're utilizing you to bring these things into fruition, it's not harmony. It's creating tsunamis. It's creating destruction. The hermit energy. So periods of time where you're left alone and you're destitute, or you're barren, or you're stripped from everything that you have, these situations that turn you into a stray work for you. When you go on this journey of, that's what the hermit does. The hermit has either everything taken from them, or they willingly give it up to go on a pilgrimage. Going within themselves, going into the bush, going into the mountain. Anytime that you're in that energy, they know that it's not going to kill you. It's only going to buy them a little bit of time for them to try to get their ducks in a row and prepare for your revelation, like your evolution. Because it's in the bush, it's in the solitude, it's in your being at rock bottom where you're about to have, like, it's coming. It's like when people be running to the store to go get water and stuff like that, because it's coming. A storm is coming. Yeah, because you're gonna damn elevate. Going into meditation, it's like you become focused, tunnel vision. And when you have that type of tunnel vision, there's only one way up from there. There's nothing to stop me. I'm all the way up. So there's going to be a group of people that they're going to come bearing gifts and offerings. And these gifts and offerings that they are bearing You don't have to do anything. You don't have to reestablish. It's like allowing it to happen. It's coming from a space of gratitude. When they come back around you, it's like this is this is my offering to you. It's an apology. Okay? And you must remain in an energy of gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. And like I say, your enemies are about to be your footstool. And they're about to bring you opportunities and bless you and give you things, whatever the fuck they have. I don't care if it's an ornament. They're coming to bring you, they're coming bearing gifts. The devil. Reluctantly they must. Right? It's like that moment every time you know that you're outnumbered and you're defeated and you're like, I apologize. You know, I just want to make peace. They have to come and make peace, but don't ever think for a second that they're not trying to strategize. That greed won't consume them. You just tamed the beast for the moment, okay? And that's why you must endure. So every time you encounter a situation where you don't have control over a situation, or you don't have the power to fix a situation, or things are not going in your favor, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is going to be a good revelation. This is going to, if you need a, whoop, whoop. Oh, do you want a revolution? Is it sick and tired? Tell you what my life, then you want my life. It's gonna be a brighter day. Y'all are dope. Listen, I don't know who y'all are, but y'all are motherfucking dope. Y'all some warriors out here. Y'all keep y'all lights hard. Y'all stay forgiving. Okay, because you could operate from your shadow attribute. You could be altering facts and plagiarizing and doing this and making it sound good and making it. But no, you authentic. You go through the mud. You get it out the mud. You stand 10 toes down. You ain't never scared. You a bone crusher. Okay. And so now you're in this energy of now you're about to like, it's like you're going into a season of, no, I just want to preserve the knowledge. No, I just want to know things. I want to be a forever student. And in that space, it's like your hair is blowing in the wind. Chaos could be going on around you, but you know chaos is necessary in order for you to win. And so you have to let the storm happen around you. Yes. I love it. Bad news. Yes, listen, it's about to be coming from all over the place. Bad news. Hierophant. They got to come make it right. They got to come make it right. The eye is on them. And the longer that they resist making it right, it's going to like keep on watching. Keep on, ascended masters. All right, let's get your closing messages. Y'all energy getting me hype. It's too early to be getting hype in the morning. All right, let's get your closing messages for my collective. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of bad karma is Lakshmi. A lot of bad karma, karmic retribution. A lot of things are not going in people's favor right now. It just really isn't. All right. But you're going to still be like your curiosity, the light and the dark. Okay. The contrast, the dragonfly. When the storm is going on around you, the first thing our minds tell us is to brace ourselves and go through the storm and try to keep flying through it. You're being told to surrender to the storm. Let it take you wherever it's going to take you. And when it's time to move again, you'll know. Okay? This is about centering yourself. When it's time for you to take action, when it's time for you to rev your engines, when it's time for you to soar, you will know. And in the meantime, enjoy the motherfucking ride. Okay, bitch? Enjoy the ride. We have perception in reverse. What is that? The Queen of Cups, right? You don't have to convince anybody or do anything. I feel like you are literally flying in a plane. You're on a plane that has on a frequency that has full range mobility of its flight. You can go forward. Dragonflies have full range mobility. You can go forward, backwards, around the town. You can do whatever you want. You literally, you're just not human, okay? The Chariot, your consciousness is beyond your years. Straight up. Okay. Period. So with the Queen of Cups in reverse, they're going to think that you're gullible. But it's like, let them think that you're gullible. Let them think that you're naive. Let them think that you're going to sacrifice yourself. And right when they have you standing there, tied, bound, about to take you out, you're going to close your eyes. And they're going to look up, and the rope that they were using, that they were about to use to literally set you on fire, is binding them. Okay? What they were getting ready to use to take your ass out with. Hell, they may even get as far actually lighting you up, you know? And then you just die and have a metamorphosis. You know what I'm saying? You have a phoenix rising. And it's like, they were better off letting you stay in your first form. They were better off letting you be. And it's like, now they got a dragon. Now they done conjured up something else that's 10 times worse than what you were in your first state. Okay, look at this. Literally, you go from riding dragons and just being curious to where they're trying to make you feel like curiosity is about to kill the cat. And then you transform on a whole nother frequency. Now you out here riding dolphins. How? And you still enjoying it. You see how both hands is here? You still enjoying it. And you maturing in the process. It's a win-win situation. 10 of Pentacles. Stay in your struggle. Stay in your struggle. And that's the truth. Okay. This is your purpose. And no matter what any human being has to say about it, no matter who done came down and they got something to say about it, they cannot touch you. Period. I love you. Bye.